yesterday.
Pouring yourself a glass of juice for breakfast?
Walmart is recalling some 10,000 cases of Great Value brand apple juice sold in 25 states, Puerto Rico, and the District of Columbia. The 6-packs of 8-ounce juice bottles contain elevated arsenic levels. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says drinking the juice is not likely to lead to serious or long-term medical issues.
CBS's Jim Krasula. They're celebrating the Little Boys of Summer in Lake Mary, Florida. Fans held a remote watch party and witnessed their local team beat Taiwan 2-1 in 8 innings to claim the Little League World Series title.
This is such a miracle, and I am so incredibly happy and grateful for this wonderful organization in the city, everybody who's involved.
It's Florida's first championship in 9 tries. S&P futures are up 2, Dow futures ahead 22. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
As a roofer, I don't have time to fail. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to get me what I need when I need it. And with the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now through September 15th, purchase high-quality GAF with Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
A new law in Australia cracks down on bosses who don't respect private time.
A new law's been introduced called the right to disconnect. That means employees can ignore intrusive communication from their boss after hours, and they won't be punished.
What we'd be really encouraging employees and their workers to do is to have a discussion about these things. Talk about what's reasonable.
Australia's Workplace Minister, Murray Watt. Unless it's some kind of emergency, hefty fines will be placed on employers who break the new rule, which has already been introduced in other countries. Scott Mayman for CBS News, Canberra, Australia.
A tennis star is set to take the fashion world by storm at the U.S. Open. Naomi Osaka already debuted a new look from designer Yoon Ahn for Nike. It features tulle, ribbons, tiers of ruffles, and bows. Ahn tells the New York Times it's Lolita Goth. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand, it's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products, it's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
Prescriptions require online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
The fun is back. The Montgomery Bicycle Club invites you to hop on and ride in the 22nd annual Glasner Autumn Challenge. Saturday, October 19th. Start out with a delicious breakfast at Alabama State University. Then take your pick of 7 routes from closed concourse tours or 5 to 100 miles around beautiful Montgomery County. Still time to register at mgmbikeclub.org. The Glasner Autumn Challenge. The fun is back.
I'm John Williams with Mortgage Corporation of the South, also known as MCS. Nearly 30 years ago, I opened the company in a small one-room office in downtown Wetumpka, Alabama. I was on a mission to make home equity and debt consolidation loans available to homeowners regardless of their credit rating. In the beginning, I remember wondering, how in the world would we reach the people that needed our services? Well, I took a chance on radio advertising, and the rest is now history. Through the years, we talk about the capital with mortgages, home equity, and debt consolidation loans. Today, MCS is practically a household name across the entire state. In order to succeed, you've got to reach the people who need your services the most. That's a fact. And radio works. If you'd like to grow your business, log on to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. That's newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. Take it from me, radio works.
Make your next move, your next move on MCS.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Bet Online.
Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your #1 source for everything football. Get in on our winner-take-all $300,000 football survivor pool for the upcoming season. Head to the website today. Bet Online. The game starts here.
Also, to our Monday, we'll give way to a warm afternoon. Temperatures climb into the mid to upper 90s and a mainly sunny sky and a east breeze tonight. Mostly clear, lows will be in the 70s. Tuesday through Friday features lots of heat. Highs to the mid to upper 90s today. Gives you the chance for isolated showers thunderstorms through the weekend. Overnight lows will be in the 70s. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned. Driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good. Your 7 o'clock hour kicks off with no major problems. No big traffic flow maps, no big backup. You keep listening lowest tax rates in Alabama are at McKinnon Nissan. Plus, you get $6,300 off Nissan Altima and $4,000 off Nissan Sentra. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Monday. We start with a tragedy on the football field. All extracurricular activities are canceled this week at Morgan Academy in Selma. Friday night, Caden Tellier was rushed to the hospital after suffering a severe brain injury during a game against Southern Academy. His family confirms he died from those injuries. There's a GoFundMe account set up for the Tellier family. Months after being attacked by a shark, an Alabama teen is finally back home. Lulu Gribben arrived back home in Mountain Brook in style. She rode on the back of a golf cart decked out of purple balloons. The 15-year-old lost her left hand and part of her right leg in a shark attack along Florida's Gulf Coast back in June. Some health news. The Alabama Department of Public Health says COVID cases continue to spike. For most, the symptoms aren't as bad as the original pandemic, and the virus can still cause those serious issues for older adults and people with underlying medical issues. That's your news on this Monday.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. heavily intimate with my mother for the first time in 5 years. She thought this happened because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
There's a threat targeting America, one that's growing fast, but may still be hard to see. Lyme disease. Spread by tiny ticks, often smaller than the head of a pin, this dangerous disease is now more widespread than West Nile, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS. Not the treatment, it can lead to arthritis, paper paralysis, even memory and concentration, often called brain fog. As the threat of Lyme disease grows to more than 300,000 projected cases each year, it's time for us to target Lyme disease. Check see a doctor who experience the symptoms, which can include fever, fatigue, or sometimes set your sights on stopping Lyme. Learn how you can get Lyme disease at targetlyme.org. Brought to you by the Stephen and Alexandra Cohen Foundation and this station.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. I'm Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. Well, once again, one more day. We're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of us. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a way to get your day started on the right foot, as a matter of fact. It is August the 26th, 2024. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Desert Places. Our scripture insight today comes from Deuteronomy 2, 1 through 7. Deuteronomy 2 and 7 reads, "The Lord has watched over your journey through this vast wilderness. Govern yourselves accordingly." And again, another good morning, August the 26th. It is a day that has never been, and it is another day that once it is gone, it will never, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. You don't get this day back. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and undo the things that you do. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and do the things that you didn't do that you should have. So whatever it is that you do with this day, August the 26th, 2024, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, if you've been blessed enough to still be here, you've seen many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, charity, and love of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it?
Well, whatever we do what you can, while you can, for as long as you can, for whom you can. Because somewhere along the way, you got the same treatment. A listening ear, a shoulder to lean on, a hand to pull you up, a heart that cares. We can do no less. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live your life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail everything with you, we all do. But you'll never be a failure as long as you never, ever quit. Give out if you must, rest if you can, but never give up, never quit, because quitters will never win. And while winners lose a time or two, they never quit. So don't you. One foot in front of the other is all it takes. Don't ever give up. And no matter what happens on this day, no matter what it is still a great day, a stupendous day, an extraordinary day to be alive. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Desert Places was written by Allison Keita. When I was a young believer, I thought mountaintop experiences were where I would meet Jesus. But those highs rarely lasted or led to growth. Author Lena Abu Jamra says it's in the desert places where we meet God and grow. In her Bible study Through the Desert, she writes, God's aim is to use the desert places in our lives to make us stronger. She continues, God's goodness is meant to be received in the midst of your pain, not proven by the absence of pain. It's in the hard places of sorrow, loss, and pain that God helps us to grow in our faith and become closer to Him. As Lena learned, the desert is not an oversight in God's plan, but an integral part of our growth process. God led many Old Testament patriarchs to the desert. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob all had wilderness experiences. It was in the desert that God prepared Moses' heart and called him to lead his people out of slavery. And it was in the desert that God watched over the Israelites' journey for 40 years with his help and guidance. God was with Moses and the Israelites each step of their way through the desert, and he's with you and me in ours. In the desert, we learn to rely on God. There he meets us, and there we grow. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 1 through 7. Then we turned back and set out toward the wilderness along the route to the Red Sea, as the Lord had directed me. For a long time we made our way around the hill country of Seir. Then the Lord said to me, You have made your way around this hill country long enough. Now turn north. Give the people these orders. You are about to pass through the territory of your relatives, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you, but be very careful. Do not provoke them to war, for I will not give you any of their land, not even enough to put your foot on. I have given Esau the hill country of Seir as his own. You are to pay them in silver for the food you eat and the water you drink. The Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast wilderness. These 40 years, the Lord your God has been with you, and you have not lacked anything. Let's pray. Dear God,
We thank you for being with us in the difficult desert experiences of our life. When we feel like we're lost and alone, remind us of your presence and help us to trust you to carry us through. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for listening today. I'm Rochelle Traub, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. That's right. It is time to get up. It is time to get your act together. Oh, I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I hope you are too. Hope everybody's feeling well. Now you know it's Monday, right? So I got to start the day off with a nice a piece. And I do play this one periodically because it reminds us it will remind us to do something that we find awfully hard to do sometimes because of our own our own problems, our own situations, like we say in the hood, situations. But however, we can never ever forget to be kind to others. Okay, and that's what this one's all about. It's only a couple minutes, and then we'll get on to other things of today. A young man loses his life in a football game the other day. We're going to talk a little bit about that for a second. But right now, we are going to talk about being kind, because it is probably one of the few attributes of a human being that carries all the things that a great human being should have. Okay? Kindness is the number one thing. Because if you give it, guaranteed somebody will give it back. We'll be back.
Vital virtue that unfortunately and regrettably is often forgotten, the virtue of kindness, being kind. I want you to hear a story. 20 years ago, I drove a cab for a living. When I arrived at 2:30 in the morning, the building was dark except for a single light in a ground floor window. Under these circumstances, many cab drivers would just honk once or twice, wait a minute, and drive away. But I had seen too many impoverished people who depended on taxis as their only means of transportation to drive away. Unless the situation smelled of danger, I always went to the door. So I walked to the door and knocked. Just a moment. answered a frail, elderly voice. For after a long pause, the door opened. A small woman in her 80s stood before me. By her side was a small nylon suitcase. Would you carry this bag out to the car for me? She said. I took the suitcase out and returned to assist the woman. She took my arm and walked slowly toward the curb. She kept thanking me for my kindness. It's nothing, I told her. I just try to treat all my passengers the way I would want my mother treated. When we got in the cab, she gave me an address. Then she said, oh, by the way, could you drive through downtown? It's not the shortest way. Oh, I don't mind. I'm in no hurry. I'm on my way to a hospice. I looked in the rearview mirror and her eyes were glistening. I don't have any family left, she said, almost to herself. The doctor says I don't have very long. I quietly reached over and shut off the meter. What route would you like me to take? For the next 2 hours, we drove all around the city. She showed me the building where she had once worked as an elevator operator. We drove through the neighborhood where she and her husband had lived when they were newlyweds. She had me pull up in front of a furniture warehouse that had once been a ballroom where she had gone dancing as a girl. Sometimes she'd ask me to slow down in front of a particular building or corner. She would sit staring into the darkness, saying nothing. As the first hint of sun was creasing the horizon, she suddenly said, okay, I'm ready. Let's go now. We drove in silence to the address she had given me. It was a low building. 2 orderlies came out to the cab. As soon as we pulled up, they were solicitous and intent, watching her every move. They were expecting her. I opened the trunk, took out the small suitcase, carried it to the door. The woman was already seated in a wheelchair. How much do I owe you? She asked. No, you don't owe me anything, I said. Oh, you have to make a living, she answered. Oh, there are other passengers, I responded. Almost without thinking, I bent over and gave her a hug. She held on to me tightly. She gave an old woman a little bit of joy, she said. Thank you. I squeezed her hand and walked into the dim morning light. Behind me, a door shut. It was the sound of the closing of a life. I drove aimlessly, lost in thought for the rest of the day. I could hardly talk. What if that woman had gotten in an angry driver earlier that morning, or one who was impatient? What if I had refused to take the run, or had honked once and driven away? On a quick review, I don't think I have done anything more important in all my life. I love that story. Sort of helps me allow life to make up its mind again. You need to remember that story. The times you will want to be anything but kind. Because it is so much easier to bear a grudge and hate in return, or get back, or get even. Hate destroys the vessel it's kept in. Revenge never healed a wound. There's one thing all of us have in common: we've been mistreated by somebody. Some of you have known abuse, misunderstanding, and all of this has a way of siphoning your tank of kindness. It can make you hard. You can get on with hard. You can get along with it. In fact, some will even respect you more because you're tough. But I urge you not to be. Be kind, tenderhearted, forgiving one another. when I'm truly free of revenge and bitterness, there is plenty of room in my heart left for kindness. And not until. Do what's right. Do justice. Love kindness. Walk humbly with your God.
Maybe you were born a really nice person with a gentle, sweet personality, and being kind to people comes pretty naturally to you, but I think more of the globe is not that way than is. And the good news is we can change.
It's amazing what one kind word can do. We don't think anything about it, but to the other person, it breathes life into their spirit. Our words have the power to lift people, to help them get through a challenge, to push them into their destinies. When you tell someone, I love you, I'm proud of you, you did great on that project, you're not just being kind, those are healing words. We don't know what people are going through. They may smile on the outside, but on the inside, they're hurting, they're lonely, they're discouraged. Many people have wounds from the past, wounds from a relationship that didn't work out, wounds from people trying to push them down. Just a simple word of encouragement. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. A simple compliment. You look beautiful today. It's no big deal to you, but to them, it's helping heal the wounds. It's lifting their spirits. It's causing them to believe in themselves. Your words can be what keeps them moving forward. God puts people in our lives on purpose so we can bring healing. Letting people know that you care does more than you imagine. You have the power to put someone on their feet. You have the power to keep them from falling into depression. You have the power to cause them to pursue their dreams. Be free with your compliments. You can think well of your friend all day long, but if you never tell them, they'll never know. God wouldn't have brought it up if he didn't want you to tell them. He wouldn't have put that thought in you if the other person didn't need it. You may not know them. It may not make sense to you, but God knows what he's doing. There's a reason they need your healing. Don't withhold it. Don't try to reason it out. In my early 20s, a young man started coming up to the gym to play basketball with us. He was a loner. He was very unfriendly, very cold. He never talked. Even during the games, he wouldn't interact with us. Most of the guys just ignored him. But something down in here told me to reach out to him and make him feel welcome. I found out that his name was Bo. When he would come into the gym, I would go over and say, hey, Bo, it's great to see you today. He never said anything. He just hit his chest twice and walked away. I didn't know what that meant, but I hit my chest twice and walked away. This went on for several years. I saw him 4 or 5 times a week. Well, I stopped playing basketball there, and I hadn't seen Bo in over 20 years. One Sunday, he showed up at church. I saw him afterwards. I thought, where do I know this guy from? He said, I'm Bo. We used to play basketball together. That's the most I'd ever heard him talk. He went on to tell how he grew up in the projects. At 14, he started living on his own. Nobody wanted him. He never felt loved or accepted. He said, one of the main reasons I went up to the gym was to hear you say, great to see you today, because nobody had told me that they were glad to see me. Those simple words, letting him know that I cared, were like life-giving water. Today, Bo is married. He introduced me to his children. He's setting a new standard for his family. What am I saying? Nobody is in your life by accident. Don't ignore what you feel on the inside. That compassion to encourage them, that desire to be their friend. Take time to make them feel loved. It doesn't have to be something big. Just good to see you. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. Just let them know that you care.
kindness. 7:36 in the morning. Okay, I got you. I catch you next week there, Tebow. Anyway, it is 7:36. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoy it every time I hear it. As a matter of fact, often, I often ask people all the time, why you go to church every Sunday? Now I go every other Sunday because what they say is that I said, well, it's the same sermon. He said, well, yeah. I mean, the Bible hasn't changed, and when you get there, you're probably going to hear the same thing you've always heard, especially if you've been going for 60 years or so. But now somebody did say something to me. Okay, that makes sense. He said, the words may be the same, but your circumstances aren't. So where if you had, it's like having money. If you have $10 in one pocket and $100 bill in the other pocket, well, the $10 bill in the other pocket don't really mean a whole hell of a lot, does it? No, because I got $100 in that pocket right there, so I ain't gonna really worry about that $10 bill. But let it change. Let the $100 bill be gone, and all you got is a 10. All of a sudden, that $10 that used to be insignificant to you is now very significant to you. It means more. A $10 that you have means more than $100 that you don't. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it depends on where you are in life, the way things look to you. Okay, it does seem to be that way. Anyway, good morning to you. Let us now gotta take a break. When we come back, since John's not down the hall down there, see, I gotta do my little thing for sports. But I'm only gonna worry about high school sports. I'm not gonna worry about anything else for the time being. But okay, so when we come back, tell you about a young man who lost his life the other day and gone way too soon. It was what was the name of that school he went to? Let me see now, because I saw it all weekend long. Morgan Academy, as a matter of fact. I guess that's somewhere up there by Selma. I don't know what county that is, but we'll tell you a little bit about him and give you some scores of some of our local high school football teams over the weekend. Okay, now I ain't going all over the state, but at least I'll stick close to home here and see who won and who didn't, and who's got a little bit more, who's got some better plan to do as we move along. Okay, so don't go no place. We shall return uno momento. Okay, in a few minutes. So y'all just hang loose, and it is 7:39 in the morning. Yeah. In the presidential race. Yeah, sure it is. All we doing is giving somebody else a job and giving them lots of money while we'll still be broke. So we'll worry about that later on. Okay. We'll be back after this. 7:40 in the morning. If you're headed to school, that's good. Learn something. We'll just show up for lunch. We'll be back. why I drink coffee, I don't have a clue. Because I surely don't like it.
We're focused on affordability. Your Green Food Solution Specialist hustle hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment that fits your budget with the banks and the credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. Plus, this month, you could get way more than your old ride's worth during my old car relay. Get in the game and hand off your old ride because you could get more. Want to say yes.
I'm just not a good thing to do.
Yeah. Do something. There is something you can do. Yes, maybe the operation is the mountain neighborhood. You can now 100% validation. You can already have on your own. That's why we call for detail. 7-9. Yes. Northern Alabama. A little more.
This message is from just gotta have a word about the sleep. Yeah, and she insurances. Yeah, thank you. Like us on Facebook. Here.
No representation.
He's the voice of the conservative
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope it feels like a Monday. It feels like a Monday today. Okay, I mean, normally it doesn't really feel like a Monday, but it feels like a Monday today because there was a that happened at whatever county. What county is that? It's one of those. And so a young man lost his life playing football. A Morgan Academy football player, of course, was in critical condition. He did since pass away. And was injured. Student athlete from Morgan Academy in Selma has passed away, suffering brain injury, according to his family. The parents of student athlete Caden Tillier posted the heartbreaking news on Facebook late Saturday. Our boy Caden Tillier has made Jesus face to face with appreciate all your prayers and we covet them with a heart. Everyone who knows King has known kindness, generosity, and love. True, with his giving of himself, lives have been touched by the way he lived, and now lives will be saved through his passion. So we will walk out these next few days alongside arranging the service will be made. The Kansas Kings injury occurred during Morgan Academy's season opening game with the Academy. Hayden, a 16-year-old junior, quarterback at Morgan Academy. Morgan Academy headmaster Dr. Brian Oliver told AL.com that Hayden was first in the third quarter. He was flown to UAB hospital Friday night. Hayden said Morgan Academy has suspended all students, including private games. As a small school, Morgan Academy feels this strategy to be more difficult. Alabama Independent School Association is here to offer any support and the resources needed to support them as they grieve with young men. Football is a dangerous sport, and I hope that it gives us so much more. It gives our young people so much more. So, but our prayers go out to this family and to the folks that have come. And we deeply, deeply, profoundly saddened. Well, I had to get that out this morning because it was about. I saw the other day and said, you know, it's a tragedy. There's not much we can do about it. But however, we can appreciate his dedication to the sport, to his family. And he seems like a young man who had a lot on the ball. How much I can add to that is it? Yeah. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well, finds everybody doing well. Now, since we are on talking about high school on here, that before I get into anything more seriously, let's see what happened on Friday night. Okay, let's see what happened. Come on, let's see what happened on the scoreboard. Pike Grove and Prattville played a pretty good game, but the Prattville Lions came on top 41-37. I don't know who saw, was in Georgia. Raiders played Smith Station Panthers, and Smith Station should stay home, but they played a little bit, 15-6, they lost. Now, I don't know who, somebody needs to tell Jaguars over there that they're not supposed to lose 50-6. I mean, it's all right to lose. It's okay to lose. I'm good. I mean, I've lost a couple games. I never lost them 50-6. I mean, I don't know who was Hewitt, Truckfield, Upspeed. I mean, wow, 50-6. Y'all should have stayed home. Jag? Oh, looks like a jag to me. Okay, I'm just gonna leave them alone. Maybe it ain't their fault. Whose fault was it? The Timberwolves of Child, Florida, played the Dothan Highwood, and of course Dothan waxed a little bit, 27-7. And North Miami Beach, Florida Chargers played Auburn High Tigers. Okay, they lost terribly too. Auburn beat them 49-0. Now they all know if you come across the Alabama state line that you got a butt whooping coming. I mean, that's just now we don't do too many things good in Alabama. But the one thing we do in Alabama is we play good football. That's right. Carver Wolverines, 41. Vestavia Hills Rebels. Well, this is one of those things where the Rebels wasn't doing much good. Okay, Rebels wasn't doing much good, so they got whacked. 41-19. Let's go to 6A. All right, there's my school right there. There's my son's school. Percy, Julie. Oh yeah, they won one. By the time they won one, I don't know if they won one yet or not. Anyway, Paul Bryant Stampede. That Stampede is 26 all I'm just saying. Yeah. If you're gonna have a name like Stampede, it looks like you gotta win all the games. I'm just saying. Beauregard. Isn't that that's his name? Yeah, Beauregard Hornet. The Tonka Indians. But that was 19 to 14 with Tonka won. Opalaka. I mean, that name Opalaka just really makes my tongue go real messed up sometimes. Opalaka. I said Opalika or Opalaka. I don't know. But either way it goes, they won. They beat the DRHS, whoever that is. What's that? Birmingham High School? I don't know. Anyway, it don't make any difference what they are. They lost. So Opalaka won 28-14. Now Marbury Bulldogs, okay, lost to the Stanhope Elmore Mustang. And you were thinking that okay, with a name like Mustang, well, you got to win. I mean, right? A Mustang and a Bulldog. Hey, the Mustangs win all the time. Okay, here's one right here, though. But here's one right here. Now, the Russell County Warriors 32 and the Carroll Eagles 0. Now, I'm just saying, why do you even show up? You're not going to at least get a field goal. Really, that's bad coaching. Bad coaching. I could go out there and my team could win 32 to could lose 32 to 0. Come on, man. All right, Carroll Eagles, let's get it together. All right, don't be losing like that. I mean, everybody ought to lose and win. Now here's a good game right here. Ashford Yellow Jackets 29, but the Rehoboth or whatever they are, Rebels 36. The Rebels gonna always beat a Jacket. Okay, 36-29. It sounds like a good game. Oh, here's another one. Georgiana Panthers, okay, shouldn't have showed up. They should have just stayed home too, because they got whacked on the butt, 35-0. Okay, I mean, if you're not going, why don't we just why don't we just if you're not going to get any points, what we ought to do is do football the same way we do boxing. Somebody needs to take the time of the field, get on the bus, let's go home. Okay, 35-0. No sense in showing up. I'm just Trinity Wildcats 21, the Hopeville Bulldogs 10. Okay, at least that was a competitive game. Oh, here's another. Mountain Brook Spartans 28. The Demopolis Tigers, they're not much of a tiger without teeth because they got 0. Absolutely nothing. And they couldn't win anything. Somebody throw in the towel. Okay. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even show my face in time. If I couldn't get something on the board. Come on, man. Park Crossing Thunderbirds. Okay. Name like Thunderbirds, you're thinking they gonna win something, right? You think they're gonna do something. Right? You think they're gonna be tough. Okay. They wasn't that tough, but they did score. And it looked like a pretty good competitive game. The Selma Saints beat them 30-20. But that's okay. As long as you get something on the board, I'm proud of it. Okay. Enterprise Wildcats 35 and the Andalusia Bulldogs 7. Not that I really care, because I don't even know where Andalusia is. If you think about it, I don't even know where Enterprise is. Okay? But at least they played a competitive game. All right? Well, okay, not really. 35-7. But hey, as long as you don't get 0, I ain't going to go. You got to win something. The BTW Tuskegee Golden Eagles 18, the Eufaula Tigers 10. Okay, that's good. Good game. Good close game. They only lost by 8 points. Okay, that's good. Got one more. Linden Patriots 26. The Fulton Wildcats 34. Competitive game. Got no comments about that. Is that it? Oh, Catholic Knights 42. The St. James Trojans 14. Okay. I mean that's a good butt whooping, but at least they got on. At least St. James Trojans got on the board. Okay. Just work a little harder next time, and you'll get some more points. 42-14. That is a butt whooping. I mean, I'm just saying. But at least I can't say anything bad. They got some points. And one more before I go. I don't know CHHS Trojan. I don't know who they are, but they managed to get 6 points. What's worse than that is that the Pike County Bulldogs managed to get 9. How can you lose 6 in there? Come on, man. Really? Nothing? So I throw in the towel. Anyway, so that's the scores for some of the games over Friday night. I'll be back next Monday if I live and nothing happen with more scores and more games. And that's as long as it's not here. I'm doing it for them. Although they never talk about that. But hey, the good news is that Prince Julian won the game. Okay, so now our son, and now they 1-0. So they're undefeated. Okay, undefeated. And I don't know if my advertisers actually have that season of the week anymore. Again, I hope they do this year too. It's not anything about that. Also, we're going to try something different because I get tired of everybody. So what we're going to do, as soon as I get this started, we're going to get a citizen of the week. Okay, in the city of Montgomery, so I can doing something that we know nothing about. There are a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I was looking the weekend. They had talked about the Cleveland Avenue YMCA had this thing wall of fame or something like that. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit more about that. Maybe I'll get some names of some people that were put on it. I have been in that YMCA once or twice since I've been here. I know that's a shame. Been here 33 years and only been in there once or twice. Well, I didn't know much about it. It's you go to one YMCA, you go to all of them. But we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back. Okay, so don't y'all go any place. We'll be back. Hopefully we will anyway. Okay, so anything else want me to know before I go? I didn't think so. Okay. We shall return uno momento. Okay.
I'm Dean Rodriguez. The U.S. military has ordered troops to remain in the Middle East after the most intense cross-border attack between Israel and Hezbollah since the Gaza war began 2 weeks ago. All spotted massive protests is in Washington. The president has been observing the Middle East situation on his vacation. The United States national security team and they say that those of us have been urging all sides to de-escalate the situation so that peace protests in Gaza can go forward. The leadership of the talks has ended with no agreements. Former President Donald Trump is in Virginia this hour and plans to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown in Arlington, Colorado, on the third anniversary of the suicide attack that killed 13 American service members at the airport in Denver. Vice President Harris is scheduled to make a campaign pass in Georgia today. On behalf of the American evacuated tourists at the Grand Canyon, the 33-year-old woman was killed after the river in Phoenix. Is with Central Arizona Mountain. Very challenging situation. Hurricane Irma dumped more than 2 feet of rain on Hawaii overnight, when widespread flooding there. On heating measures, first time of the weather 48. The largest Stephanie Abrams at the Weather Channel. Conditions in the center of the country this afternoon, even though it is high, 110 more in several states, with averaging the records of heat basically east into tomorrow, and aware of the deadly disease. The warning in New England. The concern
is about Easter is sports with the new. Matthew Mercedes is currently the scriptures given case of Jesus.
No, it wasn't. Sports. I really don't think it's going to do
AAA Easter requires hepatitis kids really the people who get infected, but most survivors have long-term neurological problems. So pursue the CBS.
In the UK, the Net family celebrated their 102nd birthday of the planet. Everybody was the oldest person in the UK.
I love it. I love it.
Secrets is to never stop. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to Progressive Careers. Apply online today.
Trump is facing more legal trouble over music. A judge in Georgia has granted the receipt of all the case over the million voters have listened to the fees. They could have put in smoke. Please is only doing this. This would be a country to peacefully. He's opposed Trump using the music for his election. Like the campaign insisted it lady songs. Confidence. CBS News. Tonight, when we resume the search for futurist missing from Israel controlled Iraq from the following cadence of the British yesterday. Operation tonight. In these conditions, there is no idea how to tourist return. CBS News.
Yes.
You're right. Okay, I just have one question to ask this morning because I was in church yesterday and we always had these dinners for old people, right? And so Sean said, okay, all the students can go first. Well, I didn't know. I didn't go down there and see people. That's the other people. I'm not what is the legal age of being old. Because and I'm not going to claim that unless I'm legally here. When I was 30, they said when you hit 50, you get old. That's old. Well, once I hit 50, and then they took it up to like 65. Okay, now that I turned 65, now they say, well, you gotta be about 70 now. They're gonna be so serious, so you can be around 70. So what is the legal definition? I'm not going to get old. I realize that I just think there's gotta be a legal definition of sin. Okay, because I'm tired of giving up these meals because I don't think that I'm a student person. And so somebody can give me that. I appreciate that. I need to know what the definition for being old is. Okay? I'm just checking. I don't. I'm not claiming that yet. I mean, it ain't tough. I'm not claiming it yet. I think it ain't how old you are. It's how you feel when you get around. I think the people in wheelchairs and people with kids go ahead and leave. And they say, you don't have to be old to wheelchair or the pain. But that's the way that's the way I roll. Okay, I mean, I'm just thinking. So maybe somebody can give me a definition of what old is, because I'm not claiming it. Although Z be running up when we go to church, he be running up the steps like he's trying to out. Fine, he's 17. You ought to run up the steps. I was telling that years back. Come on, you run. I take my time. Take my time, go to the slow, because one day you're going to fall, and then you're going to realize that all that youthful energy you have, sometimes you will dissipate. Anyway, another thing, it is 8:09 in the morning, right here on News Radio 1440, if ever on your mind. So, some of you in the legal age of old, and a 7-year-old young man, child, died in a Target Alley pool. It's always a shame when the child does that. Yeah, no, we don't have, I just heard no safeguards in community. Yeah, I think I've come up with a way to make sure that doesn't happen. I came up with a way to make sure that doesn't happen. You couldn't have the deep end of the pool. You have a fish right there inside there, and and they and you throw the food. I don't know. It's always a shame when that happens. Anyway, 860-1440 number here. We're also going to talk a little bit about the budget of the mayor who wants to raise $20 million. I do believe we need to put the junk food tax on. I know people looking at me, and I'm we're going to pay more taxes anyway. We can stop. So, I mean, at least we ought to let it be a voluntary tax, and that's the tax the cigarettes and liquor and stuff like that you don't really need. But you know something? During COVID, the first round, everybody fills up with the liquor store. Well, let you know come right through here. You got to be able to put a whole lot of money off liquor. Because even if we're going to get something good. Okay, I want to talk to you about that. Good morning, who's this? Morning. Hey, are you part of that quarantine? Yeah. Right. Protected from what? Not getting my lights cut off from Alabama Power. Well, all I need is somebody to protect me in the winter time from having Alabama Power cut off my heat. Because if we don't get that kind of protection, the rest of that crap don't mean anything. I'm just saying. Stop the brother who's getting his lights cut off. And I ain't got the money. I know. I know. I guess we all be too old to do it. Yeah. That's it. What else is up? Mm. Right. Mhm. Yeah, I know. Mm. Mhm. Not the one that had the WSFA had a program, a documentary on Wallace over the weekend. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I live that this weekend. Yeah, yeah. Adam Holmes said one time, he said, sometimes it ain't what you can do, is what you can stop being done. So, yeah, that's it. Hey, forget it. 8 14, 14 tonight. It's 2:15 in the morning. Get on with that. Yeah. And that's the other time. That's what you know. That's all this off. We did. We got $30 to do. Well, I imagine it. I imagine you got to call his office. Because, well, because if you hire, well, I got the information right here. I haven't had to use it. I plethora of things. A plethora of reasons. But why don't you just call his office? That's yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. We do bring it up. Unfortunately, unfortunately, which is it's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I really personally don't look at color. Uh, that's not wrong. So I don't. It you bring it up. Who brought it up? You just did. But again, why you bring it up? Why you bring it up? Why you bring it up? Hey, good talking. Good morning, on here. Good morning. Yeah. Because he's right. This congressional. Well, you have a point there, but but, but, but why in the world? Sure, I hear you. I hear you. Listen, certain people just want the power and the money. Right? Certain people want the power and the money. Okay, but it is not going to help black folks if you got a district full of all black folks. Yeah, it won't. I've been here 33 years, so I'm not a visitor no more. Mm. Well, again, I live here. I got more investment in Alabama than I ever had in Indiana. I am. Then it don't make a difference whether you call it a minority district or not. I thought it was gonna win. Well, yeah, he should have won. But I don't think. Listen. I don't think Dick campaigned hard enough on that. Well, we got 2 years. Look at that. Yeah. Well, I haven't heard. Listen, I haven't heard from these people either. When he has been up here, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. It is 8:21 in the morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good. No, it won't.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, they all the same. To me. Yeah, they all the same. To me. To me, they are. I don't give them that. They all the same. Nothing changes. But those are parties. Those are not the people. Those are just parties. Yeah, they are. Mm. Mm. So we gonna fight so we can kill our children. Okay, that's what it is. So we want yeah, we want to fight to kill our kids. Mm. What did them? Mm. Mm. We didn't have as many crooks in as we do now. No, it is what it is. We don't raise our kids the way we used to raise them. Now there's no discipline, and so hey, they get crooks. Okay. All right, I do all the time. We'll be back 8:26 in the morning.
It's automotive, family owned, family driven. News Radio 40. News that you know. With Oliver, exploring incredible facts of and original. All in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. So it's a great time. Come on. Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute. All of you as recently biased media in this country, and that means we're going to go on Hannity
them in their own words. Post it on social media, share it with your friends, neighbors, coworkers. Share with the world. It is more ways is not going to be world would have radical behavior technologies on. And they get away with it. The single biggest contributor to the Harris Walls campaign effort is particularly in donation. However, the audio show here today. So let's listen here. Hey, Gilbert, Labor Day weekend. Lines.com, home of the Hunter Victory. Lines.com's almost you can say, Labor Day early access. Blinds.com is the better way to stop personal medical treatments 100% online. You can say yes, upfront pricing. Blinds.com has award-winning design experts who offer free virtual consultation with most experts. You can send your free samples right to your door, as you go to the measuring instruments, your physical manufacturing handle and more. And it's unlimited treatment, one low cost. Don't miss Blinds.com Labor Day early access sales happening right now. Save up to 44% for limited time, 45% off at Blinds.com and Labor Day early access sale going on right now. Did you know there's a quick form of alerts? You can get it on the link. Go to hims.com/. Consultation, switch shipping, this is 100% online. With two only that's HIMS.
And we are back 8:31 in the morning. The same over there in London. I can't keep up with I can't keep up with I have a desire of shooting of people in America. Young man playing football, regardless of color, out there in the numerous team, and I think that deserves to be acknowledged. But folks getting out there every weekend shooting each other, hey, let them have it. It's a shame that we've gotten to that point, but hey, listen, so be it. So I can't keep up with it. But if y'all want to bring it down here, let me know about it. Send me an email. I'll mention it. Good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Well, we appreciate it. Yeah. All right. And here's all. All right. Appreciate it. 860-1440 is the number here. If you want to talk about something on your mind, I just did an incident report of all the shootings in America. I got like just this month alone. just, just this month alone, we have just hundreds of them in America. Can't get them all. I don't feel very sorry for people who put themselves in a position to be out there, be gallivanting around and you know, shooting at each other. I just I can't even keep up with it. You know, but when our kids are doing what we ask them to do to other people, and things of that nature, and the young man, yeah, he does it very quickly and manage it. Now, has there been anybody in the family that became sports or something like that, and all of a sudden found themselves injured or hurt or deceased? I don't know. I've heard of them in anybody, but there are a lot of good people out there. I can't keep up with everything, but hey, feel free to send me a text or send me a email to Kevin.Elkins at com about some good stuff, the kids are doing. I would love to talk to them on the air for a few minutes on the way to school or something like that. I would love to do that. And I think I like talking about people always doing something wrong. Of course not. I'd rather talk about uh, kids who do exceptional things, like Diane Cross. Did you ever hear anything bad about Diane Cross? And listen, they like everybody else. They can get like everybody else, but it is the leadership that keeps that school afloat. Okay, not the kids. So you get what you expect out of people, and not any problem you should have a saying. It's what you expect, not what you expect. Okay, and I think that says a lot about leadership in America today. All right? So, again, email us Kevin dot E-L-K-I-N-S, Kevin, Kevin, period, E-L-K-I-N-S at C-U-S, C-U-S dot com. And make sure you put something on the headline in the subject box. So I know where to jump in. So I get to jump in. And then with this, remember, I'm going to do my best between now and a month or so, get a citizen of the year kind of thing. And I do know that Montgomery Advertising is trying to do last year. I brought it up when not know a lot of people knew about it. But guess what I did? I brought it up so more people knew about it. But again, then you can't get people to participate in the things anyway. Especially our folks, you can't get them to participate in Halloween things. It's not the church. So listen, don't be blaming me. I didn't do it. And it's not me. I cannot everything every time. So you can always I put myself in the right thing, but always text me information if you want to. Okay? Who will get raises? And one of the things they want to do is $20 million. They want to give people raises. Now, I think they just got a couple raises over the last couple of years. I don't know if we really need to keep giving people raises, but I understand that people need to make a decent living. I'm with that. But then we propose a budget for fiscal year 2025 of 331 million 625,700 $628 at last Tuesday's City Council meeting. That would be a 6.5% more than the 2024 budget. The new budget addresses raises as well as grants obtained by the city. I have confidence that this proposed budget will allow the city to move forward and create a better Montgomery for its citizens. And here are some of the key takeaways from that budget. Raises for police and city workers. I'm not for city workers, but hey, we can't pay all the police if all they want is money out of this, if we just gave them a raise, or gave them a raise. And the reason proposal, all city employees will receive a cost of living adjustment of 5%. A cost of living adjustment rate has not been provided to the city since 2024, 2012. The budget also includes real rates as well as a 15% raise for the police department sworn officers. And I mean, we calibrate each other. Calibrate what? Let's not. We cannot buy dedication to the job. I understand people make a lot. People need to make money. We cannot buy people who are dedicated to the job. You can buy temporary dedication, but it won't last long. So I don't know. We keep giving people raises. I don't know about policemen raises. Not that they don't deserve it, but then again, their job. Everybody who goes to work, not taking them off, going to get on the corner down there to language. Okay? This rising revenue, higher business license fees. That's what they're suggesting. The city's sales and use tax revenue is projected to rise by 5% over the previous year. Combined with type of business licensing fees is expected to allow for an increased city expenditure. Well, Commissioner is right about one thing. What expenditure are we talking about? An increase in business licensing would require city council approval, and I'm telling them, I'm sorry, I don't think we need to do it. It's all we're going to do is make people raise the prices of the business that they do, the goods and services that they sell. So that's like lowering the ceiling and raising the floor. It's an illusion. Okay. The increase in business license will require city council approval and the passage of an ordinance. Business licensing fees have not been raised since 2019 fiscal year budget. Okay. So that will be the first time in 40 years that the city increased 40 years. The city increased those fees. Revenue is made up of sales and use taxes at 49%. As the law impacts business license and sanitation fees are almost 36% of that budget. And lodging, rental, and miscellaneous sales make up about 15% of that budget. The city has a long-term debt of 26. Okay, the city's long-term debt is about $26 million. Comparatively, the city's debt set at $35 million in previous years. Funding from grants department. Reed's administration created the city's grants department. That department has been able to procure grant funding for more than $50 million in the current year. The grants support infrastructure and many other programs we also said. Now, the thing about grants are not guaranteed. They're not guaranteed, and you're lucky to get them. So I don't know if we can depend on grants, but again, why don't we work within the budget that we have? That's not me. Let me see now. The council will discuss the budget at a public meeting on September 5th, and we'll vote on the budget later that day, at a later date. So if you want to go down there and on September 5th and listen to what they have to say, then that's pretty good. I'm just going to do it. But I'm against the business license thing. Yeah, again, but I'm all for the junk food tax. I'm all for that. Yeah, I mean, just raise the price of beer and liquor, and I'm good. We get some of that. People are not going to stop drinking. Get it up. That way it's a volunteer tax. Okay, just raise it on that, And if nothing else, if people stop drinking, well, we'll stop getting people with DUI. So it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win. We make more money, or we get people to stop drinking so much, which is good. I'm great. I should be mayor.
I'm John Williams with Mortgage Corporation of the South, also known as MCS. Nearly 30 years ago, I opened the company a small one. Grow your business.
Joining Sean Hannity, Mondays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show. Chinese Joe Biden from News Radio 6.
All right, we're back here. It's 8:47 in the morning. Yeah, I got this fight, this big rider of the rider thing. I mean, unless it's got a motor on it, why in the world should you be on the street? If you got one of those bikes with a motor on it, I'm good. Got a motor, smaller motor, but you got a motor on it. But why should traffic be slowed down? Because you get your butt in the street. You know what I'm saying? I don't quite get that. I mean, are we the only state that let people with butt power get on the street with people with real power? I don't understand. I can't stand it when they're on the road and say the truth. They're just wrong things, and they put it right in front of your car, like they actually paying some revenue on that bike to get them tags to go on their car. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. If we are going to give the bike riders the same respect that we give cars, then make them get tags on their bike. Okay? Then I won't feel so bad sitting behind a guy in a bike in traffic. Because he paid for his tags like I paid for mine. I just think, hey, Mayor, that's a way to get some more revenue. Okay, charge bicycle riders for tags on their bike if they ride them in the street. Okay, yeah, I'm with it. I mean, if they don't stop traffic, then let them pay the same thing that I got to pay. I think that's pretty good. And the county, yeah, I think the county needs to get into some of that too. I think it's a great idea. What say you? 860-1440. I'm statewide of the rider. That's some guy ain't paid no money to ride on them streets. We paid money to ride on them streets. Got to pay the tag, and my tag keep going up. Matter of fact, I got them vanity tags. We ain't put them on vanity things. We just want to give us a regular pair of tags that's cheaper. We're going to pay $200 for a pair of tags. And then the prisoners that made them tags didn't get nothing off of it. $200 for it. Man, they must be crazy. I'm going with the regular tag from now on. I'm not paying for no more regular tag, especially since I got to sit behind a bicycle on the road who ain't paid jack enough stop. So that just lost my little vanity tag. Okay. And at the 8:50 morning, who's this? I'm with you. Well, okay, let's not say run them over. But they ought to, no, but they ought to have a tag like everybody else does. To be on the street with a motor on. What? Yeah, they do. I'm with you. Appreciate you thought on run over. But what we need to do is charge them for bike tag, just like the motorcycle. Now, a motorcycle is a bike. You got a motor in, and they pay for license. So right there, okay, so yeah, let's put right down there. In this budget for the council, let's make sure all bicycles need a license. Okay, to go on their bike. We have to do on a motorcycle. We have to do on our car. And next thing, 100 people on a bike. If you want to put that bike in the street, okay, then you need a license like everybody else. I think that's a good idea. Good morning, who's this? All right, good work. Good morning. Morning. What is it? And then I got, wait a minute. That's right. I don't want to run over. But why should, but what, if they're going to be on the street, but if they're going to be on the street, and we got to give them the same latitude that we give cars and make them buy a license to go on their car. I'm talking the vehicle. No, the vehicle. If we're going to be on the street, if we're going to be, okay, I'm just trying to raise a little revenue. Okay, that's all. I'm just trying to get revenue. Hey, good morning. Good morning. mean, who said we got to take this should be a municipal thing? If you're gonna put your bike on the street in the city of Montgomery, you need to have a city license. Okay, well let me talk to my let me find my representative. I think exactly. And, but if how did there's nothing concerning a bike, and you're gonna put it on the street. Exactly. So why in the world but you just told me driving a car, I gotta give you the same right away as I do a car. We need to right, we need to change the law. Absolutely. We need to change the law. Well let them well listen, we can go ahead and do it, let them take us to court. Well, whatever. Let's do it and then let's go to court and fight it. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, right on. Don't be in front of me. 86014 I just think it's a great idea. I think it's a way to raise revenue. Oh, and here's another way. Oh man, listen, okay, do it at home. Yeah, all you folks, okay. You want to raise money? Well, let's get have a license to walk the ugly dog. Okay, make it a law that you keep walking that ugly mother of yours without a Cooper scooper or some way to retrieve their voodoo, then you get a ticket, $50 fine the first time, $100 fine the second time, and every subsequent time, $250. Okay? Now, that'll stop some of y'all being the ugly dog putting poop on everybody's yard. There's a guy out there putting his yard, doing poop, making it look good, and all of a sudden, that ugly dog of yours, what's his leg up? If a guy got to lose a little water, I'm going to lose a little water. I mean, water, that's good. But dropping his load right there on your yard, and the next thing you got the grass, and all of a sudden the bottom of the street. No. It ought to be a law, it ought to be an ordinance. Montgomery ordinance. To walk your dog, you carry a super scooper, a bucket, an old purse, whatever you want to do there. Plastic bag, whatever it is, you need to do that. And if you don't get money. But there's always somebody around you. And what I can't figure out is what gives people the unmitigated gall to think that they have the right for their pet, ugly little dog too, to drop their load in your yard. Gotta get somebody out there thinking the way I do on it. 86014. There's gotta be somebody out there. Really, you get the yard out good. I mean, you gotta clean it behind your dog as it is. But now you gotta clean it behind the neighbor's dog. I don't want you. I bought a taser one time because this person kept on doing it, right? Every day, same time. So I walked into one there. I showed them both the taser. I said, one of y'all is gonna feel good. I don't know what the ugly dog or you, the owner. But somebody gonna get some of this taser. And guess what happened? It was a miracle. They didn't come by my house and do anything with me. I'm just telling you. So that's the way to raise revenue. Okay? Raise revenue. And another thing, you catch people riding around here without insurance on their car, you fill the car and sell it. They got 30 days to pick the car back to that to sell the car. Okay? If you pay for the insurance, you need to be on the bike. And then you need to be on the sidewalk. You don't need to be in the street. It's tough right here. We know that. But most of you hurting other people because you can't afford insurance and you knock the hell out of them with your car. So, okay, so that's the deal. Okay, I come up with 3 things a day to raise revenue. One, right? One, charge people for walking down the street without a super street. Okay? 2, all right? I got this going on. 2, if you hit somebody's car and you don't have insurance, we're going to tow your car and we're going to treat you like a DUI. We're going to call it driving without insurance. We're going to call it DWI. Okay? It used to be driving while intoxicated. Now driving while not insured. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. So we can start making a lot of money out of this. Let's just get on it. Good morning. Man, okay, I'm gonna look at it. I don't believe it. We just wrong right behind the sidewalk. Come on, man. Where's my city council at right now? Hey, I gotta take a break. We gotta go. Okay. I'm trying to help the city raise money, and now you tell me it's against you all the right or something. Really? It can't be true. Look at that.
News Radio 1430 is WRWIM 85.1 HD3 FM. This is CBS News on the Hour, brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Ukraine, where at least 4 people are now reported dead in overnight missile and drone strikes from Russia targeting power and water supply. President Zelensky is urging allies to draw up a joint defense agreement. He spoke through an interpreter.
In our various regions of Ukraine, we could do much more to protect lives if the aviation of our European neighbours worked together with our F-16s, together with our air defense.
Cross-border strikes have wound down between Israel and Lebanon today in a battle that raises fears of a larger regional conflict. CBS with Northwest headlines on Tel Aviv.
The leaders of both Israel and Hezbollah that we do not intend to escalate further, now at least, as the death toll in Gaza continues to rise. Over the weekend, over 200 Palestinians have been killed in a series of Israeli strikes.
Former President Trump, with over 14 Americans killed in Afghanistan, had a Arlington National Cemetery. They read the tomb of the Onions on the 3rd anniversary of the suicide bombing at the airport in Kabul. Trump is meeting with families of service members now. In Harris Ward Fest is growing by leaps and bounds. CBS's Robert Costa.
The Harris campaign is raising a lot of money, more than $500 million since the campaign was launched a little over a month ago. That is going to provide a foundation for her when it comes to advertising ground operations in the swing states.
Economists estimate long COVID has pushed about 1 million Americans out of the workforce. The CDC calculates more than 5% of American adults have long COVID. Most prevalent among people in their working years. A hearing is scheduled for today in Utah for Corey Richards. She's a mother of 3 who wrote a children's book about coping with grief after she allegedly poisoned her husband to death. CBS's Jim Krasula.
Prosecutors say she had opened life insurance policies totaling $2 million without his knowledge and mistakenly believed she would inherit his estate under terms of their prenuptial agreement. She has adamantly maintained her innocence.
The U.S. Open is getting underway in New York City. The Athletics' Lucas Weiss is watching.
On the women's side,
You got Arina Sabalenko's obviously one of the favorites. Swiatek, the world #1, who won a bronze medal. Jen from China won gold. Someone that I think could definitely make a run here.
The Dow is up 179 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's summer in Britain, and the plans are just getting started. Hello, everybody. And the best of British Canadian, really unwritten. For 15 seasons of Crown series that have been right. And of course, Belfast answer to the wall. And the responding, starring Martin Freeman in his international unique award from Norway. Doing the best of British Crown drama. Now, this is why I want to be executive, what should be to do.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. Finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with distinct skills that can create matches, and you can easily involve them via phone. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com. Try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Lots of people will be polishing up their resumes.
A new Bankrate survey finds that 28% of employees in the U.S. plan to look for a new job over the next year. Bankrate senior economic analyst Mark Hendrick.
Those who are most likely to search for a new job are younger workers. That's 64% of members of Generation Z, those aged 18 to 27, and 52% of millennials 28 to 43 years of age.
So the number of American workers looking for a new position now is actually lower than it was 18 months ago, and it was 56%. This is the News, CBS News.
New York Times at Hometown, Pennsylvania's Art Museum will give up a valuable 16th century portrait of the Duke of Saxony after reaching a settlement with the descendants of a German Jewish couple who fled the Nazis before World War II. As part of the agreement, the painting will be sold at auction and the proceeds divided between the museum and those heirs. Rodriguez, CBS News.
You hear more and more about identity. Save up to 40%.
Restrictions that online consultation of applicant without able to determine if effective restrictions policy for cyber details and information subscription. Most various persons have 10 subscriptions then.
Did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but it's 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands.
to 95%. ED is perfect, and at HIMSS, so is premium. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit.
Listen to News Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car seat, featured in your history, or the comfort of your receptacle. We are on radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
Okay, so evidently you cannot ride a bike on the sidewalk in the city of Montgomery, but that's okay. That doesn't change what I suggested, because you can't drive a car on the sidewalk either, and you still have to get a license for a license tag for the car. So I'm just saying you still need, and that makes it more important now that you get a license on that stupid little bike anyway. And the motor, yeah. If you get a motor, you need to pay the same tax that we all pay for your bike. But I think that, I think that we need to, somebody needs to bring that up. But I always talk about you want to raise money. I'm not trying to do the easier. And the sugar tax, okay? Beer tax, okay? And the cornbread tax. You have to get the and I got the cornbread myself. You don't want to do the cornbread. However, we do need a Coca-Cola tax and a Pepsi. We do. We don't need all those. And I'll stop drinking so many, but I'm not going to drink it anyway. So I'll stop drinking as many as I drink now. I used to drink 10, 15 a day. Now I'm down to 2, maybe. We want to all 3, but mainly 2. But still, that's just making money. And for people to walk around, everybody gets a pooper scooper when they walk the ugly dog. And it's always the ugly dog that takes his leg up in the yard. And always the ugly dog. Yeah, I'm just saying, that's a way to get the money in the coffers. So hopefully somebody tells the mayor, I'm sure he's back now for the DNC meeting. So let's get that to work. Good morning, who's this? What is that? The one's when they hit you. When you hit somebody, you don't have any food. Well, that's assuming that, they'll, right thing is we don't have licenses in either. If you don't have insurance, in your car, exactly. But you act like only black folks, don't have insurance. We're trying to get a couple. I thought there was a law in the book already. You do. No. I am a lawyer. I'm a special kind of lawyer. Years ago, they talked about people who could take the cars with no insurance, and they were going to tow those cars. Let me cogitate on. Well, let me cogitate on that, because I know the law is there's an ordinance or something there. It's supposed to be a statewide database. Right, right. Let me do some unique, right? Yeah. Well, I'll call them and see what they say. All right, appreciate it. I'll call the mayor's office. We'll see. Somebody send me their number. Good morning on there. Okay. All right, appreciate that. I guess that's good. Good morning on there. Good. Mhm. Mhm. Let me call Henry. All right. Appreciate it. Let me make sure that I just need that wait a minute, on that. Hey, Brenda, this is Kevin Elkins. You know who I am. What did you see whether or not involved in an accident? And you don't have to do I thought years ago they happened into a little car. Is that story still alive? 234 941. Morning, who's this? Yeah, yeah. Now you did you have to wait a minute, did you have to arrest somebody to tow their car? But you don't have to arrest them. Let them walk home. Hmm. Mm. So let me get this right. So we do have a legal representative for the city, do we or do we not? Isn't this, don't the city have a city attorney, a lawyer? So you tell me we can't never win? We got the wrong lawyer. I mean, everybody's so afraid of getting sued. If Thurgood Marshall can go before the Supreme Court of the United States in a time in America where segregation was just the order of land and win Brown v. Board of Education, are you telling me we can't win we can't win when a man's been drinking or he hit somebody and we're going to lose a case where we took his car after we told him we was going to do it? But right. But right. Well, are you supposed to give it? Are you supposed to give a 2 week notice? I mean, if he broke the rules, he broke the rule. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I haven't seen the actual budget line by line. I just got the synopsis of it. Right. Well, now, but the city council can do it. And I don't know why we keep letting the city council off. And the council passed it. So if we find out after this year that it's not doing the things they said it would do, then you would think that the city council would have the gonads to undo it. Yeah, that's right. That's because we are now senior citizens. All right. Okay, then let me take one more here and keep moving. Good morning. Yeah, because it certainly wasn't for us. It wasn't. It was for the party. It was for the party. It wasn't for us. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Well, you're a little slow, but that's okay. Yeah. Where's that? Oh, well, somebody got to do the work. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Well, I don't think. I think that's going way back. Yeah, that's going way back. Mm. That's right. That yeah, and that's why I don't pay y'all no attention down here. I, wait a minute, because y'all folks down south think y'all the only people that ever put up with anything. Yeah, you do. Exactly. So it's that's right. But don't be whining about the past when y'all ain't the only one to have past. Yeah, y'all you take things seriously that you ought not take seriously. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and my mama's from Mississippi, my dad is from Georgia. I'm a product of the South, and being Indiana is one of the places where the Ku Klux Klan gets started. So y'all always whining about it down here, but I know about it. Y'all need to not take. Y'all need to not take. You can't keep going back to 1930 and 19. Yeah. Well, that's yeah. I can see. You see that? Wait. You are a Marine. So wait a minute, stop learning. Listen. Listen. You can throw that recruitment job too long. You, that's right. We tough. Now, I was hoping the Marines, I hope the Marines would be tough, but you got it right in here. You know, and I got a bunch of them recorded. Well, nobody jumps every day. Yeah, yeah, right. Well, we do. Well, we go. Wait a minute. We go. We go other places and do those jobs. All right. Yeah. Listen. I normally I don't talk this long to a leg. But you are since since you since you are gunning, are you okay? Okay, I got you. I feel you. Okay, but again, all right. Yeah, again, you're late, but I'm not fine. 9:27 in the morning. We'll be back right after this.
AM dial at 1440 on 95.1 on the App Store or give us an ready for hard-hitting observations? These are very comprehensive. The Ben Shapiro Show brings more of these unique where the jobs, where
Help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment that fits your budget with the banks and the credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. Plus, this month, you can get way more than your old ride's worth during the old car payment. Be in the game and hold up your old ride. You can get $2,000 more than you remember. That's the car you for. The banks and the credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. This race is on, and the deal is long. Not personally, I'm your dealer for the people. See all these gold medal worthy rides at budgetsays.com. That's budgetsays.com. Call 334-244-9777.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but what the goal is to learn. That's PABBE.
We're going to lose a low interest rate on our home mortgage. I'm just not sure that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, you're right about that. But look, there's got to be something we can do to pay off all these credit cards and get our budget back on track.
There is something you can do. I'm John Williams with MCS Mortgage Corporation of the South, the Mortgage and Loan Center on top of the mountain in Wetumpka. You can now borrow up to 100% of the value of your home for debt consolidation and cash out purposes, yet keep your low interest rate that you already have on your home mortgage. That's right. Pick up the phone and call for details. 567-9000, 567-9000. That's 567-9000.
Make your next move, your next move on MCS.
Company NMLS number 232876, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know that Alabama law requires all pets to be currently vaccinated against rabies? This is State Public Health Veterinarian D. Jones. Rabies vaccination not only protects dogs and cats from the deadly virus, it also reduces the risk to the owners who could unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. Help us protect you, your family, and your pet by getting them vaccinated today.
This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. My mom is stronger than anyone I've ever known. Growing up when life got hard, her strength helped pull us through. Even after her heart failure diagnosis, she remained stronger than ever.
My family's support keeps me strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to steal your strength. For simple steps you can take to help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Russell Wilson here. The Play 60 United Way in the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids.
To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Donate. Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. Well, I did get a couple of answers to my question about this towing thing right here. It says cars get towed in the city of Montgomery every day under the municipal ordinance. It only applies if you are involved in an accident, not just for traffic stops. But by state law, the only time you can tow is if the driver's license is revoked or suspended for DUI. Lack of insurance does not under the towing part of the state law. All they can do is give a ticket. So if your driver's license only if it's suspended for DUI, then you can get your car towed. But if the guy just sits there and kills the hell out of your car, but he's sober as he don't know what, then there's nothing you can do. Well, actually, yeah, I guess. So, man, who makes up these laws? By state law, the only time you can tow is if the driver's license is revoked or suspended for DUI. Lack of insurance does not under the towing part of the state law. All they can do is write a ticket. Did college degree people write these laws? Must have been Democrats or somebody. Really. Did we actually allow so you can kill my car with your car and then just drive away, even though you don't have a license. But only if your license is suspended for DUI. That is driving under the influence. Wow, interesting. No wonder people keep driving around here. Good morning. Pretty good. But who's responsible for his vehicle? You? That makes sense. So was the rider okay? If you hit my car, tear my car up, you don't have any insurance whatsoever. He gets a ticket. He gets to drive off in his car. You hit my car, you tear my car up because you got an old beater car there full of metal, tore up everything. Only thing the police can do at that moment is to write you a ticket, and they cannot tow your car. Okay, right? Because it's private property. Yeah, I got that part. It's on private property. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. It seems like we have some lawmakers around this state and this city and this ordinance that are not really doing their due diligence to protect the interests of the public. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. it seems like right. It seems like we are more right. It seems like we are more concerned with KP's tickets than we are the welfare of the people that just got hit. Right, right. I got it. I got it. And again, it seems like the more serious offense here is not having is having KP as warrants and not tearing up my car. Uh, yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Let me take thanks for the information. Good morning on there. Yeah. Well, we need to have that here too. I mean, I just seriously, I mean, so you just get to you tow up my car. I'm walking, and you get to ride. Oh, mhm. Yeah, but your car going to jail. Good, good. And you know, nobody thinks about that until somebody gets hit. And now like the lady down I was telling you about the other day. Her car got hit by somebody. 17-year-old, no driver license, no insurance. Left the crime scene, and now this woman doesn't have a car. The lawyers dropped her case because, but we did tell her what our insurance guy said last week. You know, what's it called? Uninsured drivers comes with your insurance policy unless you turn it down, or they didn't offer it because of one of them slipshod companies, I guess. And they trying to save money. They're trying to get as much money out of you and give you as little coverage as they possibly can. That's why I would never do business with an insurance company that I can't call somebody local on the phone. Okay, we 1-800 insure me. We don't even do that because the things they don't tell you. Okay, the things they don't tell you absolutely terrible. 860-1440 is the number here. Nobody tell me what the legal age for being old is these days. Because other day I was at church and they talking about senior citizens go downstairs and get some free food. Well, I left it to the other senior citizens. I didn't think I was a senior citizen yet. So, is there an age where is there an age where you become really old or something like that? I don't know, but I didn't go. I let the young. I told Z you can go down there, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't go down there. Some old folks. So anyway. Prattville mayor is on the hot seat. A controversy over house condemnation. But the house looks like it's about ready to fall down. It looks like it's ready to fall down. And why there's a controversy about this house, I don't have a clue. Um, but if you go to WSFA or Montgomery Montgomery thing, I'm wondering why it is that this house is not torn down already. Um, what did SFA say about it? I mean, this house really, really looks bad. And they raising all this sand over this house in Prattville. But I guess you don't get much news in Prattville. Not much goes on. So now they raising sand about a house. Let me see what Mark and them say about it. It's a regular looking house. I hear you. Mm-hmm. All right. So let me tell you what you're talking about here. It looks like it's ready to fall down. It is getting ready to fall down. Mhm. A lot of repair. Mhm. Mm. All right, man. Let's go. Let me hear it. Mayor Bill Gillespie. Hmm. Mm. Okay. Well, you heard what the mayor's doing over there. But if you go there and look at this house, if you go to WSFA's website, the house looked like a strong wind is going to blow the whole thing down. But Prattville's kind of short on controversy over there, so they got to come up with something. And it's about a house that looks like it should have been torn down years ago. But that's what's going on over in Prattville. Okay. Let me see. Anything happening with Thompson? Not that I know of. I haven't heard about anything lately. So the uh, the uh, the scene is still going on. You know, I wish Alabama had a legislature that actually worked for us rather than somebody else, and we can have our own. We got a little casino thing out there on Dozier Road. I just want a lot. I just want a what do you call that thing where I don't know where you pay $2 or whatever. And hopefully you get some. That's not a lottery. Not a lottery. I guess that's what that is. Yeah, I just want a lottery. Yeah, I don't want the gambling. I don't care. I mean, when I go out to Wind Creek and when I go out to Dozier Road, sometimes I see a bunch of people there look like they ought not be there, putting all this money in those machines out there. It makes me feel bad. But it doesn't make me feel bad at putting my money in there. I did spend $20 one time, about 2 years ago, to go in there, thinking I was going to be the only one. Actually, my mind was, okay, I'm going to go in here. It's going to be my first time, so I'm going to get the first time luck. Yeah, it didn't happen out that way for me. And I don't mind, hey, your money, you do what you want to do with it. But I just got to tell you, what we need is a lottery. And again, if our legislator, our state senate, and our House of Representatives, if they actually work for the people, we would have a lottery. So here's what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to call your legislative person who represents you and ask them who he works for, because you want to talk to their boss. Because obviously, they don't work for us. Okay. If they did, the majority of people would want a lottery. So we need to find out who they work for and then talk to their boss. Okay. I'll ask them. We got election. Well, we got an election coming up real soon, right? Yeah, we do. So I'll see if I can find out who they work for. Yeah, I will see if I can find out who they work for. So I know who we can call. Because it don't do any good to call them. Okay. I'm just saying we need to find out who they work for. So I'm good. Okay. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Hunter on News Radio 1440. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry. You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and it's huge. But it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double
that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because Medishare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, make it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. If you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Just call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
One of the most classic and customizable options for your home is custom draping. Drapes can dress up a space, create privacy, black out a room, and be combined with other window treatments for an impressive and polished space. This Blinds and Prattville is your trusted local source for quality custom draping. This Blinds offers treated draping, panel draping, ramen style draping, and bakery wall draping. We are inviting you to visit our showroom in Prattville or visit us online at gojustblinds.com.
It's my humble brother, it's my heart. I need you right away. My faucet's leaking, there's water on the floor. Can't take no more day. Come fix my humble brother, come fix my heart. I know you won't delay. One flash when it goes, I know you'll be late. 'Cause everything fix my heart. Come fix my humble daddy, come fix my heart. You won't delay. One day, I know you'll be late.
Guys keep going to the doctor. When it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over the country have been thrilled seeing the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of them suffer with eating for years. Now they're able to enjoy succeeding. Come to Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I've been able to eat with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought the problem was because of her, but the pills and liver journey, they'll give it until I went to the clinic and realized there are more options for erectile dysfunction. I'm happy and my wife is happy. Visit only $99, and that includes all testing, including PSA and testosterone tests. You can guys at the clinic at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MyMen'sHealth.com.
I'm John Williams with Mortgage Corporation in the South, also known as MCS. Nearly 30 years ago, I opened a company in a small one-room office in downtown Wetumpka, Alabama. I was on a mission to make home equity and debt consolidation loans available for homeowners regardless of their credit rating. In the beginning, I remember wondering, how in the world would we reach the people that needed our services? Well, I took a chance on radio advertising, and the rest is now history. Through the years, we've helped thousands of Alabama homeowners with mortgages, home equity, and debt consolidation loans. Today, MCS is practically a household name across the entire state. In order to succeed, you've got to reach the people who need your services the most. That's a fact. Radio works. If you'd like to grow your business, log on to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. That's newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. Take it from me. Radio works.
Listen to News Radio 1440 at work, newsradio1440.com, at home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on it. News Radio 1440.
It's 9:52 in the morning on this. It is a Monday morning. As a matter of fact, it feels pretty good for a Monday. Good morning, on air. Oh. Hello, that's you. I think this is pretty good deal. They said they can only tow your car. It was somebody in law enforcement. It was somebody in law enforcement. Well, I'm not wrong. I'm only going to with their group meeting. So, and my understanding is that if they tow your car, it has to be. Now I'm going to read it again. By state law, the only time you can tow is if the driver's license is revoked or suspended for DUI. Lack of insurance does not, under the 20 part of the state law, all we can do is write a ticket. Good morning. All right then. So anyway, so now I'm not a law enforcement officer. I've never been one. I've been a lot of things, but that's one I haven't been. So again, I don't know, but I'll find out. I asked Mrs. I left a message with Miss Blaylock to make sure that what I'm hearing, or just go to hell, I'll just go down there when I leave here and get it from the horse's mouth from the police department. That's what I'll do. Okay, but obviously, obviously, they can't tow people's cars because too many people are able to walk away and they don't have insurance. Good morning. Must be getting close to the end of the hour. So obviously there must be something to this. So or else I don't think the police don't have a problem having your car towed, do they? And here's another thing too. Okay, it seemed like to me that we need some new lawyers for the city of Montgomery, because I'm always hearing about we're gonna get sued. So what? That's why we got lawyers. And if we got lawyers that can't never win a case, even with some of the biggest ignoramuses out there, then we need new lawyers. Hey, I don't know who they are. I don't know what their pedigree is. Did they go to Harvard, Yale, whatever the case may be? But I'm beginning to take a dim view of the lawyers around here, because look like if you work for the county or the city, you can't win. They're always worried about getting sued. Well, let people sue you. How about winning a case every once in a while? I mean, isn't law about logic and reason and things of that nature too? I mean, my Lord, we can't ever. We're worried about getting sued. We got police officers worried about getting sued personally, because evidently they don't think that the city lawyers can win. So rather than get involved in the crap, they just leave it alone. Okay, come on, man. But anyway, so much for that. I could probably do a pretty good job of defending policemen better than some of these people do. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Oh, you're gonna call me with 2 minutes left. I got you. Yeah. That's what I thought. So how come we don't do it? Right. But have we been doing that? Have we been doing that? That means no. That means no. Well, listen. Have you, in the last 8 years, have you seen people outside your house picketing or downtown or anything? Okay, that means you're not doing it. That means picketing, getting their car towed. So that means that means nobody's getting their car towed. Yeah, we'll find a ride to get to your house to picket our outside city hall. So that, okay. Well, now, can you find out if we've actually, how many times we've done that? Yeah. Okay. Hey, listen, I'm glad you're coming on Wednesday. Thursday at 9 o'clock. That'll work. Mm. Okay, that will work. Yeah. So, but now, if nobody's been picketing, getting their cars towed, then we know we're not doing it. Okay. We're not towing anybody's car. Okay. Okay. Although when I got here, I got a ticket. They suspended my driver's license because something happened in 1984 at Fort Bragg when I was with the 82nd Airborne. I got a ticket and then subsequently had to go overseas, right? And so I got to Alabama in 91, and said, hey, what's going on? Then one day I got a letter in the mail, we suspended your license. I said, for what? Well, you owe a traffic ticket in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I said, it was years ago. I mean, years ago when that happened. So they come after you for a ticket, and Alabama suspend. See, I thought that each state had their own license thing, and now they got a compact now. They all work together. It's a conspiracy to stop my brother from having a driver's license. Anyway, I got to go now, so we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Okay, let me say bye one more time. See you.
SFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Monday. We start with a tragedy on the football field. All extracurricular activities are canceled this week at Woodland Academy in Selma. Friday night, Caden Tellier was rushed to the hospital after suffering a severe brain injury during a game against Southern Academy. His family confirms he died from those injuries. There's a GoFundMe account set up for the Tellier family. Months after being attacked by a shark, an Alabama teen is